Good morning. Good morning. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Wow, what a morning already. So let's grab a cuppa, whatever you want to grab, whatever you want in your cup this morning. It could even be an empty cup. Just bring it in with you and let's fill it up with some joy today. Let's get our joy on. It's Friday. For some of you that work outside the home and don't work on the weekends, you can look forward to a rest after you make it through this day, right? But for all of us, let's remember to be present. Let's just show up and just be loved today. Good morning, Robert Dosa. Morning, Linda Lemieux. Hi, Richard. Stacy, happy Friday to you. Oh my gosh. First sip of coffee is always the best. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Christine, hello, hello. Good morning to everyone. I was still sharing it out. I guess that 59 seconds is not quite enough to get it all shared out, but if y'all will help me, then we'll get it shared where all the peas get into the pod. I don't see our Deirdre yet. She's usually my little sharer. She shares this everywhere and into the group. So if anybody can help with sharing, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so I think I've shared it on my timeline and into some of my groups. I didn't put it into the family group and I didn't put it in Zenlightenment. If y'all can help me by doing that, thank you. And anywhere else that you can share it. You know, what happens is if I share too much, I get in trouble with Facebook and then they don't let me share anymore or anything else. But if y'all will help, then thank you. Thank you for doing that. Good morning, Andrea. Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate you sharing. Oh, good morning, Sally. Sally, guess what? After I was on that chat with you and Tony yesterday, I found my glasses. I found my peepers. Y'all were asking where they were, and there they are. I can actually see what the words are today without having to squint. So good morning, good morning. Oh, thank you, Sally. And there's our Deirdre. Good morning. Oh my goodness, how's everybody doing? It has been some wonky energy, let me tell you. I've been putting out fires left and right, and I've been doing a lot of meditation, and things are just strange right now. There's just a lot of strange energy. That's all. The only word I have for it is just strange. So I think what's needed is just a collective breath. That's it. That's what the angels told me. Because there's so many of my clients and so many people that I read stuff on Facebook, and they're just there's just something strange and bizarre going on with the energy. So I can't explain it. I had a phone call from Charlie this morning, and he's had some upsetting things happen already this morning, so he's going back to bed, but let's all remember him. I have to sneeze, so pardon me. And Sally, you're sporting your new cat eye glasses. Love them, so fun. Yes, I love them too. I saw your picture, and thank you for sharing it with me on the messenger. Robert says it's an 11 day. Well, it's certainly a powerful day. I know that one. Thank you, Stacy. I couldn't hold that sneeze back. It had to come. And Stacy, you woke up at 4 a.m. and was guided to meditate and journal, and I did, and it was powerful. yeah, there's something right now going on, and we all need to pay attention to any messages that are coming through. And the messages that I'm getting, all right, that was fun. uh, let's just take a breath because obviously technology is not going to play nice today. And it told me that I was connecting. Yeah, I know. I froze. I was a frozen pea for just a second, and I've got lots of flashing going on. So I think the energy in here is really, really interesting today. All right, let's see who came in. Move my coffee around. All right, let's see what we got going on. Suzanne, good morning. Suzanne, Kristen, Grace Isis, who else? Becky, good morning, Becky. Thank you. Thank you all. And yes, lift Charlie up. He went back to bed. He just couldn't take any more right now, so he went back to bed. And that's the best thing to do sometimes, isn't it? Sometimes, what did I write down yesterday? Sometimes silence is the best answer. It really is. Good morning, Rosalind. And Deirdre, you spent the night with intense chills, like things are going on. Yeah, because they are. Good morning, Isabel. And Becky says it's the moon energies. Yeah, we had the full moon last night. And Josie, Mercury retrograde is coming up in 2 days. So we're probably already feeling some of that. Kristen, hi, Leo. Yes, the full moon energy can be very, very strong. And, you can utilize that full moon energy by figuring out what you want to manifest during that energy time and what you want to release. You can do both. That's what I always do. I always figure out what do I want to let go of, and then what do I want to call into me. You can absolutely do both things. Has anybody prepared a full moon ceremony for the full moon? I haven't heard anything because I really haven't been online that much to scroll and see what's going on Facebook. So if there hasn't been one, maybe we could put something together. And Suzanne asked, can you please pray for my dogs? I've been up every night for a week now, letting the poor things out every 2 hours. I'm totally sleep deprived. Yeah. Yeah, be gentle with yourself. That was the message I got this morning, was for us all to take a collective breath. And every morning we have been doing the heart brain. Absolutely, Deirdre. Thank you. I had that same thought. So, Deirdre, we are right on track with that. And let's do good morning, Janet Byron. Let's do the heart brain. Luz is here. You're freezing and you couldn't shake it off. And Kathy, that's so funny. Good morning, honey. My moon water has to thaw out. And Lynn, good morning to you, Lynn Paulson. Morning, TJ. Okay, and Rick, you're making your moon water. All right, so we'll talk about maybe doing a moon ceremony tonight. I can put one together for us. I love moon ceremonies. Moon cubes. That's cute, Stacy. I love that. Just put your ice tray out, right? All right. So let's do the heart-brain coherence to get us all coming into one accord. And I feel like we also need to do that acupressure that I taught you all with the heel. You can do this at any time. Anytime, just make a soft fist and hit the heel of your hand with the palm of your other hand, and then switch. Just do this for just a minute. And what this does is acupressure. It's working on the heel of your hand. That's a meridian point. And it's going to bring the two hemispheres of your brain into focus. So let's get some focus going on. I feel kind of scattered energy, so let's focus. And then relax. Your hands should be tingling when you do this. And then bring a hand to your heart. Place it on your heart center. And breathe in slowly. Just take that breath in. We need a collective breath going on. So all of us breathing together. In slowly and out slowly. And then the third thing is to add in some gratitude. Let's get some gratitude going. Just feel the gratitude for anything at all that comes up for you. If it's a person, if it's a place, a situation, an animal. Just keep breathing in deeply and out deeply and touch your heart center. Where you're touching is where your focus is. So focus on your heart. And just one more minute, giving time for the heart and the brain to connect. It puts your brain in the highest brain state possible, which is the gamma state. Okay, so now let's add in, now that you've done this really beautiful connection from your heart to your brain, let's do some affirmations. So type in what you want to put after I am, and let's all do some I ams. I am worthy. I am enough. I am beautiful. I am a spark of the divine. I am love. I am loved. Thank you, Janet. I am happy. I am joyful. I am worthy. I am loved. I am. I am. Absolutely, Stacy. I am that. I am. Everything that I see with these physical eyes, I am that. Janet, I am grateful. Beautiful. Just type in your I ams. Isabel, I am clarity. Love that. Deirdre, I am part of the tapestry that is mankind. I love your I ams today. Kathy Hand, I am enough. Absolutely. I am enough. Sally, I am peaceful. I am in the moment. I am protected. Love that one, Sally. I am protected. Calling on Archangel Michael, having that faith and that trust and that belief. Anybody else have an I am this morning while I pull us a kindness card? Stacy says, I am the change I want to see. We have to be the change, right? We have to be peace. We have to be joy. We want that. We want that happiness, and we want peace in our life, and we want excitement and joy and pleasure. We have to be it. There's nothing outside of ourselves. There's no superhero that's going to swoop in and wave a magic wand, and all of a sudden you're that. You have to be it. So let's be anything we want to be today. Carrie, good morning, darling Carrie. I am freaking awesome. Yes, you are. Janet Byron, I am joy. Lynn, I am fully in the moment. Lou says, I am caring. Leo says, I am abundance. Yes, yes. Janet says, I am inspired. Kathy says, I am loved. I am love. Sorry, there's no D on there. I am love. You are love. And Lynn says, I'm also going to take a morning nap. Woo. It sounds like that's a plan for the day, right? Just be gentle with yourself and with the energies and do what your body tells you to do. And Sally says, I am universal. Yes, yes. All right. So I saw some of you that wanted to do some kind of moon ceremony tonight. So I will ask the angels to put something together. Also, I'm going to be with Lily today on Angel Speakers in Espanol at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. And they'll be giving, the angels will be giving a collective message to everyone at that time. So if you can be there for that, just come on in and listen to what the angels have to say. And they always give an attunement to their energy at that time. So I think we all need an angel attunement today. And Stacy says, I'm feeling the need to fill my Zindian with plants. So I'm going plant shopping today. Beautiful. Suzanne says, I am healthy. Okay, so our kindness card of the day, if you want to do an act of kindness, which I suggest every day we do an act of kindness, doesn't cost you anything to be kind. It says, surprise 3 people with a sincere compliment. Surprise 3 people today with a sincere compliment. If you feel something, say it. Say it from the heart. And let's remember that we're lifting up Charlie today. So anybody that wants, just send Charlie some love. I tried to convince him to just listen to the show. He didn't have to participate, but I will tell him that he needs to listen after. So let's lift up Charlie Coons today. That's our focus person of the day to edify. And yes, we love our Charlie. Good morning, Christine. All right, so let me draw a nature spirit card for us and see what it says about all of this energy stuff that's going on. And we're starting to get some Charlie love going on up in here. I love it. Stacy says, Charlie Coons, I love you. And you are a very special P in our pod. I have my cards all mixed up. But the card that comes up is Walking in Beauty. Walking in Beauty. I think we might have had this one before. I'm not sure. But walking in beauty is what's needed right now. We really need to look at what's right in the world, at what we're seeing, that we can really get into the energy of it and not in the energy of what's not beautiful, what's not going right, but feel more into what is and focus more on the positive. And Andrea is sending Charlie some love. And so is Deirdre and Rick and Suzanne. And Charlie, I'm going to let you know to watch this after you've had a rest. And you can see all this love that we have for you. You are so very special. And I'm so glad that I got to meet you in person when I was in New York. And I got to give you hugs and receive from your beautiful self all of the love, all of the special time that we had together, and just seeing you grow spiritually has been beautiful, just beautiful. So thank you, Charlie, for being in my life, and thank you for being one of the P's in our pod. And Luz says, Charlie, you are loved. Absolutely. All right, so let's go to the card, Walking in Beauty. Walking in Beauty. Radiant beauty surrounds you. You're beautiful inside and out. No matter what your age, your grace is showing, being in balance. As you walk in beauty and feel gratitude for it, your life will be filled with immense splendor. Whenever you can, spend time in natural, wild places. As you see and hear and feel beauty around you, your own beauty will grow. So yes, immersing yourself in beauty will have an effect on you because you're seeing you. Whatever you're seeing yourself. And sometimes that's a hard concept for us, especially if we're not seeing something that's pleasant. If we're learning a lesson, if we're going through one of those fires and everything around us looks so chaotic and unpleasant, it's hard to think, that's me, that's my energy. Something's being shown to me to be healed. That was one of the hardest things that I've had to learn in this human journey because I wanted to blame, right? I wanted to point my finger and say, no, that's you. That's not me. That's not my stuff. I'm looking at your stuff. But you know what? We're all one. So it really is. Anytime that we see something that's disagreeable or contentious, it's bringing up something inside that needs to come to the light, something that we need to look at and say, oh, what's that? What is that inside? It doesn't feel so good, does it? And when we can just step away with love and really examine our situations, examine people who are showing us that mirror, then we can not have the harsh thoughts about somebody else, because anytime we have a harsh thought about somebody else, we're thinking that about ourselves as well. That's how we're acting in the world. And I know that there's a statement, and I'm probably not going to say it right, but it's the way that you do anything is the way you do everything. So if you find yourself criticizing, if you find yourself pointing a finger and blaming, then look at that. Look at that and say, do I do that? Am I always, not always, but am I critical of others because I'm critical of myself? Is there something in me that I'm always pointing a finger at, that I'm always unhappy with? Is there something in there that I just have not been able to clear the energy of it to where I love me totally and completely? Because if you love you and you're totally in awe of you as a being, I'm not saying as a human, because humans are flawed. That's the way we are. That's the way we're made, is to learn and to grow from this experience. But we're so much more than this human body. We're so much more than any experience, any one experience that we have. So if you're finding yourself criticizing or judging or lashing out at somebody else, just take a look in that mirror they're showing you and say, where do I do that with myself? Where do I tear myself down? Where do I not give myself compliments? Where do I not give myself enough love? It's a time of introspection for all of us. It's a time to bring up all those things that we're just hanging on to. And why are we hanging on to them? Why on earth would we hold on to anger? Why would we hold on to guilt and to shame and blame? There's no reason for it. It's a spiritual growth time. It's time for us to say, okay, there were things in my life that I'm not happy about. There's things I did that I'm ashamed of, but I don't live there. I've accepted that was an experience. That was a growth. That was something for me to fully clear in this lifetime. And I've taken the time to do it. Many people don't. They live in the anger, or they live in the judgment attitude about everything. So take the time that's needed, whatever it might be that's coming up for you, wherever it shows up and pops up in your life. And trust me, if you haven't dealt with it, if it hasn't been cleared all the way out of you, it'll pop up again. It'll be there again, and it'll be saying, you're incompetent, you're not loved, you're not worthy. All of those I am affirmations that I have us do every morning, there's a reason for that, because that's how we need to be talking to ourselves. That's what we need to be hearing from ourselves, is taking that time to go inside to that little girl or that little boy inside and just say, I love you. You are worthy. You are enough. And you are so, so loved unconditionally. When we start bringing up things that we've done or things we've said or actions that we're doing, we're just tearing ourselves down. So be gentle with you today. The energies are crazy, they're wonky, they're off the chart, but you don't have to be. You don't have to get caught up in the spin. It's your choice. It really is. We make choices, we make decisions 24 hours a day, even while we're sleeping. So make the choice. Whatever you want to do. Do you want to hold on to all that junk? Do you want to hold on to anger? I certainly don't. I really don't. I've learned so many lessons from anger. I've allowed it to be my teacher. And when we do that, when we see those situations and we just say, okay, that was a life lesson. And you might still be angry, and that's okay. Let it out. Let it acknowledge it. If you don't acknowledge it and you have anger, then that's going to create more problems. But once you say, hello, anger, I see you, I know who you are, just lighten up with it. Let it be what it is. And once you can laugh at the fact that, oh my, I got really angry about that, didn't I? And you can laugh and you can talk about it and express it without more anger popping up, without sadness, without anything other than seeing it as a situation that happened, seeing it as neutral, as the Course in Miracles teaches us. When we can get to the point of looking at everything as neutral and then say, okay, what am I putting into that? What energy am I putting into it? What importance am I giving to it? These are the things that help us in our spiritual growth. When we can step away from any situation and say, was I kind? Was I loving? Did I listen? Did I fully listen? Because sometimes, and I'm speaking for myself, I'm speaking from my own experience. Sometimes if I start criticizing somebody for what they're saying, I'm not listening to them. I'm not hearing them. And if I just pause, I love this tool, just pause, just stop what I'm doing, stop the criticizing, stop the judgment, stop the anger, and fully listen. Maybe I misread what that person was saying to me. I've done this. I've had that person that was speaking to me, and I'm like, ooh, I don't like what you're saying. So I step back and I listen before I respond. When we just stay in the moment and react, then we're not fully present. We're drawing on past experience. Yeah, I can get angry really easy at something if I feel like I'm being criticized. I can get angry if I feel like I'm not being heard and I'm not being acknowledged. It's a human reaction, drawing on past experiences. We don't live in the past. All we have is this present moment. This is it. This is it, folks. This moment right now. How are you choosing to be in this moment? Are you choosing to stay in anger? Are you choosing to be critical and judgmental? Or are you choosing to show kindness? You know, the Dalai Lama is one person that I totally respect and look up to. And he says, my religion is kindness. And he does exhibit that in everything he does, every person he speaks with. It's all open compassion, gentleness, wanting the very best experience with that person. When you set your intention every day to have the very best experience you can have, then you will. And you'll take those moments of pause and you'll see that person as they truly, authentically are and not what may be presenting itself. I've had people come at me with anger, just wanting to tear down the person that I am. And I just send love. I just send love. And no, I'm not a saint. I just choose to be happy. I choose to be peaceful. I choose to stay in my joy and stay in my happy place. And when I make that choice every day, and I do, every morning I set that intention, then I stay there. I stay in the kindness and the love and the joy in every interaction, everything that I do with people. I stay in the love. So it's a choice we make, just like choosing what to have for breakfast or whether to go outside your house and do something or stay inside. It's a choice. What choice are you making today? So I went off on a little tangent there. Sorry. I just felt like that needed to be said because the angels made me do it. See, I can point to them and say, all right, guys, stop talking for a minute so I can read some comments. And Tammy Fisk, good morning, honey. Sending love to Charlie. And Kathy Hand, showing Charlie some love from an Angel P. And Rosalind says, lifting you up today, whatever you're doing, Charlie, and gratitude for you being a chanting superstar. Absolutely. Charlie, you are so loved. And Isabel says, much love to our Charlie P. And Lily Ann, good morning, sweet Lily. I love you, Lily. Thank you for being on the morning show. And Stacy says, thank you for the loving reminder. Yeah, that's what the angels do to me all the time, Stacy. They remind me to stay in the love. If we're feeling anything that's less than love, we've gotten out of our heart and we've gone into our brain, our thinking, stinking brain sometimes, that goes to the worst possible scenario. When we go to that worst possible scenario, we are projecting. We're thinking that we know something, and the Course in Miracles teaches us, I know nothing. I know nothing. I really don't know what other people are thinking. I don't know what other people are feeling unless I can feel into their energy field, and then I can get that intuitive sense of what's going on, but I still don't fully know where they're coming from or what their experience has been. You know that old saying, walk a mile in my shoes, and then you'll get it. Then you'll understand more fully why I act the way I do, why I say the things I do. But I tell you what, y'all don't want to walk a mile in my shoes. You don't want to have those experiences that I've had, because I've had some very traumatic experiences in my life. And I could stay there. I could stay in all that trauma and drama and yuck, but I choose not to. It's a choice we make every day. And Liz says, thank you so much. I've learned in the P family to let go and not look back. Only love and light. Only love and light is welcome here. That is my favorite thing to say to myself every day. Every day. I'm going to type that in so it can be up on the screen for you all to see. When you make this statement, only love and light is welcome here. Say that to your heart. Say that to your mind. Let yourself know only love and light is allowed into my energy today. Only love and light. And asking Archangel Michael to deflect anything else away. If there's something that tries to come in that's disruptive, if there's something critical, something that you're perceiving is not love, it's going to just slide right off, because you're only allowing in love and light. It's a choice that we make every day. Every day. What is this experience going to look like for me? All right. Accept, align, allow. You are so right, Rosalind. That's our Marietta teaching popping up there. Accept, align, allow. And Sally is sending love to Charlie today and always. And Lillian says, I will use this day on myself and be happy and share love to everyone. Good morning, Catherine Kovacs. And Catherine sending love to Charlie. And let's see, I missed some comments here. Sally says, happy, peaceful, loving, and kind. Absolutely. I love that. That's a good motto for the day. And Stacy says, today is a new day and I'm making different choices. And my intention for today is to give true love. Yep. Unconditional love. When we give out love, if we do it without expecting anything in return, just give it. That's all. And then if it's received, it's received. If it's not, That's okay. You did it anyway. And Sally says, mine either. It would be easy to allow ourselves to drown in the darkness of my life, but not a chance. That's not me, and I won't allow it. There you go, Sally. I'm with you, girl. Doesn't matter what has happened, because that's a past. It happened. It's what is happening right now. What is happening in this moment. And we needed all those experiences. This is what I've learned. All of those experiences that we had, every interaction with other people, everything that happened in this life, it happened for us, not to us. If you're still thinking that something happened to you, you're in that victim mentality, and that's not serving you. That's not helping you to grow. It's not helping you to process and to move forward. Life is not happening to you. Life is happening for you. And we needed every experience that we had to bring us to this place we're at right now in this moment. And right now in this moment, we're going to put some prayer requests out. So anything that's going on, go ahead and put it in the comments. And let's remember to lift up Charlie today and Erica. I love that, Janet Byron. Be at peace with oneself in this present moment and live for the now. Stay present in the now. Isabel sending love to all of us. Happy and grateful for all of you and for me. Thank you, honey. And Sally says it all came together to create the spiritual badass, and I am stronger for it. We're stronger for each fire that we go through. Fire has a way of clearing away anything that's not needed. Just think of what people use fire for, and clearing. That's what fire does. It clears. And if you want to release something, the quickest, fastest way to transmute it is through fire. Oh, Suzanne, I love that. We are Charlie's angels today. Yes, we are. We certainly are. So let's lift our Charlie up and really give him a lot of love today. And maybe give him a compliment. Remember our act of kindness for the day? Surprise 3 people with a sincere compliment. Give Charlie a compliment today. He does so much for so many. And he does a lot of good in the world. So let's compliment our Charlie today. And Janet says, love, light, and healing blessings. And Deirdre's prayers for our Angelic River family, for Gaia, and for world peace, of course. Thank you. All right. So how many numbers am I going down in the deck? And do you feel intuitively a color that's coming to you? What color are you sensing right now that is needed here in the collective? All right, so give me some numbers, give me some colors. And Luz says prayers for everyone here for Gladys. She is not doing good. I'm scrolling. She is not doing good. Give her family strength. Absolutely, Luz. Sally says prayers to keep Tony strong while I go through my medical stuff now. Prayers for anybody who is experiencing this whacked out energy, for patience in allowing things to come in and take their rightful place in our lives, and for you, Teri, to continue being you. Thank you, darling Sally. I love you so much. And Sally, do you have a show this afternoon? I think you do on Fridays. Just let us know if that's going on in Zenlightenment today. And Lillian says prayers for Charlie and Erica. Prayers for all of you here and your families. Prayers for my health and for my family in Sweden, and my daughter Stein Jeanette that I miss so much in my life. Prayers for you, my son, and for Mother Earth, for all in need around the world. Thank you, Lillian. That was a beautiful prayer coming from you. I appreciate all those prayers. Isabel, prayers for all of us and our families, to Earth, to my daughter to be accepted at a school that serves her higher purpose in life. And Isabel's choosing 3, and she's seeing pink. I love the energy of pink. Sally says card number 11 and pink. All right, some pink going on in here. And Deirdre says, Charlie, thank you for leading our journey to walking each other home, brother. I love that. Let me show that one. Andrea says, thank you, Charlie, for being the magnificent you. I love that one too. And Luz is seeing 5 in orange, and Rick is seeing 5 in platinum. Stacy says prayers for Luna. She's in a lot of trouble today. Oh my goodness. Little Luna, you better go to bed and take a nap. Janet says 9 in green. And yes, Sally's doing card readings today at 4 o'clock Eastern in Zenlightenment. Oh, you're so welcome, honey. Jean Lorio, there you are. You woke up. Good morning, sweet Jean. I love and miss you. And Grace Isis is sending Charlie and Erica some love. And Catherine Kovacs says pink and purple, number 4. All right. So let's see what we need this morning. Oh, angels, what number do I go to? Right. The angels have spoken. We're going to card number 2. Ooh, who said orange? We've got brown and orange today. Brown and orange. So are one of these cards reaching out to you, or one of these colors reaching out to you? Or maybe both. Maybe they're swirling around. These colors work really well together. So let it come to you, whatever it may be. Just let that color come to you. Just give it a moment. Just breathe it in and see what comes in. And while you're doing that, focus on number 2, because obviously there's a message in there for us, right? That number 2. Now we had the brown just yesterday. So obviously there's more toxin and more pollutants. So let's release anything that is toxic to you. It could be a thought that keeps on popping up. That can be toxic. When we allow that kind of thinking, I call it the stinking thinking. When we allow that to come in, it just messes with us, doesn't it? And you're seeing the orange, and Deirdre, you're seeing the orange. Okay, so just breathe it in. Let's focus on the brown right now. I'm feeling the brown. Just let that brown clear out any toxic thought that may be going on. This is what the angels are saying, that there's so much toxic energy going on. And this energy that's coming in that we're all feeling that's so very strong right now, Yeah, we're attributing a lot of it to the moon, and the moon does have a huge pull. Mercury is going into retrograde. That has a huge pull. But there's a lot of toxic energy inside that needs to come up and out. So many times when we see the energy, when we see things, and we might just relate it to, oh, that's just the moon energy. That's just, that's just something that's happening outside of me. Well, let's pull that in, because what's happening is happening within you. So if you're seeing heavy energy, where is that in you? Let's go to that place. Let's do the breathing. So if you can safely close your eyes and take that breath in. Just take it right into your energy. Remember that Archangel Gabriel is working with you to release any of those toxins. So we're going to work with the brown first. Take a breath in. Just visualize brown in whatever shade of brown you want to visualize. It may be really, really dark brown. It may be a light tan color, like the sand. See how that comes into you. And take that breath and watch it go all the way through your body. Let's start first with holding it in the heart. And now let's go traveling down the body through the solar plexus, letting the brown bring up anything in there. You know how when there's a dust storm and the wind is moving the dust in a circular motion, looks almost like a little hurricane or a little tornado. Just see that happening inside your body. But I want you to envision that tornado going counterclockwise. See the energy moving counterclockwise. All of this brown, sandy looking dust swirling inside your solar plexus. It's unwinding anything that's in there, whatever needs to come up to be cleared. Just see it going in that counterclockwise motion, going the opposite direction that the clock goes in. And now go down into the sacral. The sacral chakra, same thing. See this little mini tornado of brown energy swirling around. Let it kick up anything that needs to come out in that sacral chakra. Maybe there's a feeling of unworthiness that's gone down into the sacral, and you've closed up your ability to have fun, your ability to lighten up. And now let it travel down to the root. And again, see it in that counterclockwise motion. What is in the root that needs to come forward? Is it your sense of safety and security? Is it something that's knocked you over and made you wobbly to where you're not feeling strong? Just allow that brown energy to release any toxin that's in your field in the root. And now see that breath of air that you took in going all the way down into Mother Earth. Just let it go in and ground you, and Uriel will help with this. He'll help bring you down into that very centered and balanced state. Okay. Now while you're down there in the earth, just breathe. Just breathe in. Just take that collective breath that we were talking about earlier. Everybody breathing together, allowing that energy to just sit, to just be. Let it be neutral. There's no feeling about it one way or another. You're just letting it be. This is the grounding. This is the balance that's going to come in when you're not pouring any emotion into it. We'll get there with the orange. But right now, just look at it as neutral. Okay, and now, if you're focused, if you're doing this, just bring that grounding energy back up to your root. Just follow along with me here. Bring the energy back up into the root, back up to your sacral chakra, up to your solar plexus. See if there's anything that's still being stirred around in there. Maybe all of those thoughts of unworthiness are still swirling around, thoughts of not being enough. Just bring it up with you with the breath. Bring it on up to the heart center. We're going to anchor some of that balancing, grounding energy right into your heart. And I want you to take another breath in with the brown. And when you exhale it out, do a hard exhale. Don't just release it, but just do a hard exhale. Really let all of those toxins go. Let all of that energy of being held back release from you. Whatever is being stirred up inside of you, telling you that you're not worthy, that you're not enough, you're not good enough. Let it go with that brown energy, with Archangel Uriel, who is helping you to transform those thoughts, transform those feelings of dis-ease and unworthiness right out of your body. Now breathe in again. Just take a breath in and just be. Just be in the moment with this collective breath we're taking. Settle your energy down. And let's breathe in the orange now. Our card today, for those of you coming in late, is brown and orange. The brown released any toxins, any pollutants, anything that's not serving you, that's hanging out in your energy field. And now the orange is Archangel Gabriel. The orange is to help you with any emotions that might come up now that you've released. Let's take that orange breath in, bring it right into your heart center, and just allow, just sit with it for a moment. Sit with the orange. Where's it going? Where's it going? Follow the breath and see what comes up for you. Just keep following the breath. Whatever that emotion is, whatever emotion comes to the surface first, just say hello. Just say hello. Say hi. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of my experience. There's an emotion. Trying to focus in here on this one. It's almost like feeling sick to your stomach, that nauseous feeling with this emotion. It's got a tinge of fear mixed with anxiety, mixed with sadness, mixed with being criticized and not being enough. Let's clear that. Let's clear that emotion. First of all, by giving it love. This is how we clear. We don't shoo it away. We don't tell it you're not welcome here. We love every bit of our experience, every bit of our being. We show love. So look at that, if that's you, if you're feeling any of that going on in your solar plexus, in your sacral area, just focus the energy right there. Breathe into it again. See it covered in orange. And just say, I love you. I love you. I felt Kuan Yin come in. And Kuan Yin is the goddess of compassion. She really exuded compassion her entire life that she lived on earth. And she loved unconditionally. And this is what she taught us. When something comes up, when there's an emotion that's showing itself that's unpleasant, to show compassion and show love. And I'm starting to itch, so there's a lot of energy coming in right now, a lot of spiritual help coming in to help bring these messages through. I've got an itch on my left eye, so there's a male energy. There's an interaction with a male and a female, and it's creating an energy of unworthiness. That energy is strong and it's powerful because you've allowed it to be powerful. You've allowed someone else to have your power. And it's time to take your power back. It's time to be fully you and to own you, not give that power to somebody else. Nobody can affect us in any way other than what we allow. So if you've got an emotion coming up of sadness, of anger, of fear, look at that. Acknowledge it. Say hello to it. Don't hide from it. Don't shrink back. Don't play small. This is not a time for playing small. You're needed in this world today. Your light is needed. And when you're playing small and you're allowing yourself to be a doormat and be walked over and somebody else to treat you like you're nothing, then your light's not shining. Shine your light. Take your power back. That's what this is today. There's a lot of power seepage. There's a lot of places where you just accept. You don't think anything will ever change. Well, it won't until you change. All change comes from the inside. Life will change when you do. Breathe in the orange. Follow the breath. Follow the breath and see where it goes. It's still in the stomach for someone. It's still heavy. Cover it with the orange. Call in Archangel Gabriel. Ask for the clearance of that energy. And be very gentle with yourself. Change doesn't happen overnight. If you're in a situation where there's constant turmoil and chaos and you're being maybe emotionally abused, maybe physically abused, there's a heavy energy here that I'm feeling into. So if there's something going on, just bring it up to the surface Bring it up. It may be old energy. Oh, somebody was bullied. There's an energy of somebody being put down constantly and being bullied. Let's release that energy. That doesn't feel so good. So breathe right into it. Breathe into that energy. Know your worth. Know that you are worthy. Did you all see how the light just kind of exploded here? Know your worth. Yeah, there's an angel here. It feels like Archangel Gabriel is right here with me and shining a light on what needs to be exposed. Let it come in. Just let the light come into you. Welcome it in. Let it illuminate anything at all that's in there that needs to come up and out. And then allow. Just allow that clearing to take place. You have control. You have control. Sometimes when we're caught up in a situation such as bullying or somebody trying to make us feel less than, and we allow it, we don't see our worth. But you are worthy. You are enough. And you are powerfully amazing. Allow. Breathe in the breath. Breathe in the breath of orange and follow the breath. Follow it to that place where you have put that emotion on a shelf. You got all these little shelves inside of you. And this one has been tucked inside of a little cubby hole. You visit it every once in a while. You bring it out and look at it. You remember the words. Maybe somebody pushed you around. Maybe somebody hit you. Whether that was a peer, a parent, a stranger. There was some violence going on. Let's take it out of that cubby hole right now. Just do this with me visually. Look inside that solar plexus area and find that shelf that you place things on. Go to that little cubby hole. It's dark. There's no light around it. And reach inside and pull out that scroll. Unwind the scroll, look at it, and say thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now breathe in the orange and watch that scroll disintegrate right in your hands. Just breathe. Breathe in and relax the breath out. Maybe you're relaxing for the very first time in your life with this energy. Maybe you can fully let it go now. Just watch it disintegrate. Just that scroll is no longer there. And if you're able to do this process, congratulations. If you want to come back to it later and revisit with it, this will change your life. It will change your life to fully release any of those held emotions, anything that's holding you down and not letting you be your magnificent self. It will change your life. So breathe in again and feel your energy. Take that scan and see if there's anything else. Maybe there's something else sitting up on your shelf. And you can do this over and over and over. Revisit anything that's holding you back, that hasn't been dealt with, it hasn't been cleared away. It's time to clear it. And Archangel Gabriel and that orange energy will help you do that. Just invite him in. Invite Gabriel to work with you. That was some good work that somebody did. Maybe quite a few of you did that. To just release this morning. Just release. Let it go. I love you so much. I haven't been looking at your comments. The angels were just wanting to do a release for anyone that needed it today. So thank you. Thank you for being here. And let's just love on each other. Let's just show love. And I'm seeing now some of the comments. And oh, Sally, let that scroll disintegrate, honey. Just let it fall apart in your arm, in your hands. And anyone else who was feeling a release, just know that it's gone. Breathe it out. Let it go. Let's give some love to each other. Let's do our heart telephone so we can get out of here. Just envision somebody on both sides of you and look to one side or the other and just say, thank you. I love you. We're going to do that to the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I love you. And allow it to come back in. Allow it into your heart. That beautiful heart that is so worthy to receive love, to have love in your life. Just be kind to you, Day. Be kind to you. Honor who you are as a spiritual being. You are magnificent and you are so loved. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see all of you. Thank you. I love yous. I love you so much. Isabel, thank you for saying the words that we use to get us out of here. I love this. I love you all so much. I hope that the rest of your day is blessed. And I will let you know if I can schedule a full moon ceremony for us. If you're interested and you want to come in, just come on in. And there's our Deirdre. So let's all say this together, seeing the light in each other. I love you. Namaste, y'all. I'll see you later.